So you took him to the hospital?
No, I didn't take him to the bloody hospital. Now tell me this, right? Why would I shoot a bloke, bang, and then put him in the bloody car and whiz him off to the hospital at 100 miles an hour? It defeats the purpose of having shot him in the first place.
Suck like shit on a hot summer night.
Woo! I better use my strong one.
You bitches! Better recognize.
All right. Regular hot dog card in here, huh?
Crumb laps with your 4 wins.
I offered you a chance when we could have done something. I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it!
What, were they psychos?
They look like psychos? Is that what they look like? They were vampires. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a how crazy they are.
What? What did you say?
I said blow it out your ass, wimp.
God, no. Please, what is that? Don't tell me.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondos.
I coalesce the bait of human experience into a viable and logical comprehension.
I'm a bullshit artist.
I just want to hang out. No big deal. Well, let me tell you something, brother.
What is going on, everybody? I should be full screen. There I go. Sorry, I had to do a lot of last minute changes because both my co-hosts couldn't make it tonight. And, you know, that is life and that's the way it goes, unfortunately. But I gotta tell you, there is a man out there who saved the day. And let me introduce him. It's JKM Custom Works.
Hey.
Hi, Mikey.
Hello. How is everyone doing this evening? How are you, sir?
I am good. Thank you for joining me so that we could have a rod tonight because it would be pretty fucking boring if it was just me.
Can't let the chat down, man.
No. So, and honestly, I love Monday. It perks up the rest of the week for me. And honestly, I would just be sitting there like, I should have done a live stream. So I'm glad I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're here. And, you know, it's something different. You know what I mean? So I could dig it. How's your Monday?
Dig it?
Yeah.
You know,
I know
regular work shit.
What? Do you mind if I ask what you do?
Hey, I got one of those nonsense titles. So I'm an inventory management coordinator. Basically, I manage the inventory at a large international company that manufactures equipment.
Wow.
It's pretty mundane. Hence, you know, the creative outlet.
Yes, exactly. No, that's great though. You know what I mean? It's good to have something solid though. You know what I mean? And then you can just be like, I could do all this behind me now. You know what I mean? So there is something to the solidness. And you know what? As long as you like it, you know what I mean? You know, I used to
tolerate. It's more of a tolerance.
Well, that happens. How long have you been there?
3.5, 4 years, something like that.
Oh, that's not too bad. I've been at my shit for like 20 years, and some days I go in there and I'm like, like one thing's just gonna set me the fuck off, and then I just breathe and I'm like, oh, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta realize it, but like, there's some days I just, because I've been there so long, I'm like, oh, today's just gonna have some bullshit all over it, you know what I mean? And then it usually never happens, and then I'm like, oh, okay, it wasn't that bad, but
right.
That's the thing. My job might like one day I could be in a fucking warehouse, like up on rafters like 30 feet high, throwing boxes down to people. And like another day, I could be like in a crawl space in Ohio, like pulling GI Joes out of like, fighting raccoons for them.
Some
So,
real
like,
Indiana Jones shit.
Yeah, but like there's nothing regular about it. You know what I mean? Like I work 4 days a week because I work like 10-hour shifts because I got to commute. So they let me kind of cram in a 5-day week in 4 days, which
That's
is nice. But my God, dude, like there's sometimes. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. What do we got here? We got a good one here. My job is insanely brain dead boring. But, if it pays the bills and keeps the roof over your head, you know it. I used to work with this guy. Like he used to work for the company I work for. So whenever I start to talk about certain things, he's like, yeah, I know those horrible pains and oddball weird shit. So, but it's good to see you, Rick. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the $2. Uh-oh. We got Spicy Tim here. Hey, Spicy Tim. How are you, sir? I love that guy. I can't wait to see him on Thursday. When he does his skip week, I'm always like, oh.
Something's missing. Something's missing.
Yeah. And then we got Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, as always, for the smokes and the road beers. So, how was your Monday otherwise? You working on anything? Doing anything new?
No. I probably would be, but I'm here, and this is entertaining.
Very nice.
Jeff, you've got something coming in the mail. Tony's got something coming in the mail. Kanan, you'll have something tomorrow.
Oh shit!
So,
wow.
Custom works are being dispatched.
Oh fuck! Thank you, sir.
For all the good girls and boys.
You're a ninja. When you said that, I was like, how the fuck did he get my address? And then I was like, oh, I know how he got my address. That's okay. That's okay. Hopefully it's the right one and not like he didn't mail it to my job. We'll talk about that later. Oh, Justin, thank you for gifting a membership. They always help, and I really fucking appreciate it. And whoever got that, here comes the hot wrench, baby.
Come on!
Thank you, sir.
So good.
Yeah. But let's see. I was gonna say we in the title it says we were going to talk about New Jersey Toy Con, but Mikey did not get to go to New Jersey Toy Con. Nor does he live anywhere near the fucking place.
Not even in the time zone.
So, but I would like to go over the hall a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna open stuff, but I'm gonna show off some stuff because I actually did find a table that had fucking grail pieces, and for a 20-year collector, like, it's kind of rare to find those things that you're like, that's not astronomically out of your price range. You know what I mean? Not like inbox shit or graded shit, but so I found some shit. So I am going to switch over this camera. Hang on. We do this on Mondays. It's been a long time. We lost Mikey. There's Mikey. Ooh, there he is. All right. Hang on. Let me bring this down. I have chats all over the place. And Mikey, you said you can't control the chats. All right, guys, you're going to have to bear with the chats. I love all of you guys, but I have to like move my shit over and I can't do a million things at once. So bear with me, crew. I'm moving my camera and shit. So let's do this. so you can kind of see me over here. We got all kinds of crap everywhere. I have lights burning my eyes out and pulling my headphones out. Thank you for joining me on this shit show. So, we're going to start off with what Toy Gaines got me. Now, this is like Christopher Walken. If you saw what I did to Christopher Walken, like, I need me a Shawshank Redemption red, like no one's business. So he saw it, and I was just like, please get it for me. So this is from Gainesy. Hi, buddy. If you're out there listening, I miss you. I hope all is well, buddy. And let's see. I've been trying to chase Ninja down. It's been like an inside joke. Like I got him a Ghost Rider, like the new one, the Danny Ketch, and we live relatively close to each other. So I've been trying to meet up with him. It's been weeks. Like just always something comes up, and we're at the toy show, and like we're talking to Rocco. Rocco the Great was there. I love that guy. He's a nut. He was amazing to talk to in person. But we'll get back to Rocco. So I'm looking around, and then I look over and I see this guy like walking down the aisle, like holding this thing, because we were gonna do a swap. I was gonna do the Ghost Rider for the Swarm Tracer. So I finally got to catch up with Ninja, and we got to do a little trade. It was nice. So I finally got my hands on this thing, because for like Valaverse, like I like all the soldiers and shit, like they're good, you know what I mean? But like his villains are amazing. Like he's got the villain thing down like perfect, and like
swarms are incredible.
And
love them.
And this was the only thing I was missing for Swarm, so I'm excited for that.
That's rad.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then here, it's gonna be a landslide, people. I'm sorry. It's gonna be ugly today. I met a lot of people who gave me shit. I saw a lot of people that like we traded with. So there's a lot of shit, but I fucking missed this when it came out. The head pack.
Yeah, the head pack.
And I can't get it through my distributor, so I'm like, and then it's sold out through my distributor and everything. So, my buddy, I can't remember if it was you, Henrock, or it was Man Beast Boy, but thank you for the amazing fucking hookup on these, dude. He like charged me $10 for these.
Solid.
Whoa, I lost some light. Look out. Hang on, gang.
We're going through it all tonight.
Oh, yeah. That's what I love. Keeping it on my toes. There we go. So, yeah, he just opened it and he was like, I took a couple of photos. I was done with it. So, if it was
nice.
So, Henrock or Man Beast Boy, thank you guys. This is fucking awesome. I will cherish this fucking thing. So, and then said I wasn't going to get it, but like, it on the East Coast, there's a man at every toy convention named the Toy Mayor. It's Toy Chase. If you ever see him in chat, he sets up at conventions. He's always there, and he's a great guy. Love the man, and I always try to buy something from him. And I've been getting into the older Mezco because I kind of started a little late, and I don't like the hero stuff, like no DC, no Marvel. Like I just like how they do pulp heroes and stuff.
Sure.
And some of their own line, like, like the 20,000 Leagues, like this guy, the Captain Nemo.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, they just did their own thing with like 20,000 Leagues. So I like that. So they have a band with these skulls called the Pink Skulls. So there's a drummer, there's a singer, there's all this shit. And the thing is just so expensive now because it's sold out. and I couldn't buy it from him. I'm sorry for going on about it, but I ended up buying this from him instead. So
nice, cool.
I picked it up. I don't know. I'm interested. Like as soon as I saw it, like all over the show, I was like, okay. And like nobody was scalping them. Like the prices weren't that bad. So I was like, okay. And I had to get something from Toy Mayor. So it might as well have been this.
Sure.
So Toy Mayor, thank you, brother. And then real quick, for everybody, they know on the live shows, I always like do the flex of I have like every Spider-Man carded figure. Like every one of them. It just happened over time because like the first wave, nobody wanted them. They were at liquidation.
Sure.
So I bought them all because I was like, oh, I love this card. This card looks great, so
it does.
And then it kind of multiplied. But I needed 3 that I thought were the turd burgers that I don't care about. So I found them like they're the ones that you buy at a show for discount. So, I don't like this character in the comic at all, but the toy design is really cool. So
that's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think this guy's another Instagram guy, and he's on Toy Migos. It was Lego or Largo, or I know I'm saying it wrong, and I'm fucking sorry. But he hooked me up with this bad boy. So he shares the table with Henrock and Man Beast Boy and shit. So they hooked me up. And then Last Stand or Danny Zuko, Spider-Man. Did you see the collar? He's like, hey, Grease Lightning. I really didn't care about him either, but to complete the line out, for under retail, it's worth it. And it's too late, Mikey. It's too late. I'm too deep into this shit. So.
Yeah, hey, full commit,
Yeah.
Something to be said about it.
Yeah, and then Jack-O-Lantern. I think the design's cool. And honestly, I never read the comics with him in it. So
I'm not familiar with him at all.
Yeah, it was low priority. So, but those were the cheapo buys. Now there's 3 grails. Okay. And they're Mezco because that's the only thing I didn't really collect when I should have been collecting. I feel like I have all my old like NECA alien stuff. I have that kind of crap. So it's rare if I'm missing a piece here and there, or if it's too expensive, I say, fuck it. Like, no, no thanks. So, but, you might not really know what it is. It's a weirdo, like flagship, like
what's in the box?
Oh, little jerk and little Gaines just ate it. They ate it. Let me get it out. Let me get him out of there.
Oh, look what they've done to my boys.
Oh, my boy. This is Atticus Doom, and he's like next to oh fuck, I forgot his name. He's like their secondary like magic guy. He's like a Cthulhu wizard. I'll show him to you real quick, but if you've ever seen that design, he's like a little turban, all kinds of stuff here. But literally, this thing on eBay is usually around the 250 to 300 mark.
Good
like,
fuck.
like I got this thing for like $100.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Well, no, that's why I did it. I was like, normally I don't. Like, I feel guilty if I spend that kind of money on something. You know what I mean? Like I usually wait for it to come into where I work, and like if it's damaged or missing something, I'll buy it. Like right. I try to collect on the cheap. But this guy's table, he was just like the end of Saturday, he was like giving shit away. Like so. I couldn't say no to this little bastard. I got to show him to you real quick because this thing is so fun. Oh, hang on. I got to try to do this without causing like a fucking disaster here. But let me get that out of the way where it's nice and safe. But these things come with a million fucking parts. But check this little guy out. They're like little itty bitty hot toys, but he's like this little fucking skull wizard.
Shit, that's rad.
Yeah, and there's like wired
That's
clothes.
cool.
Now, here's the other shit though. He comes because he's like a magician. He comes with this fucking Cthulhu head.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, like here, you just and then his hat comes off and his brain's there. What the fuck? I didn't take it out of the package. I don't do that shit until we do this live. So, but yeah, look at that fucking crazy
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. So he comes with like, the salty little claw hand, like a million little things. Now this, I saw this online, but this is nuts. All right. Little spell book, little Cthulhu. Okay.
Very cool.
Dude, every page has
What?
print and spells.
Holy bejesus.
Every fucking page in here has a different thing in it. Yeah, it's insane.
Holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah. And like, dude, the paint on this book has more paint on it than like 5 Marvel Legends. So
Wow.
this is a grail for me. Yeah, this thing's nuts. So I was excited that I
that's
got
cool,
to
bro.
crack it tonight, but I'm not going too much further into that because you can lose little bits. Like it could be scary. But here are the other 2 grail pieces. Now, this, like I said, this fucking guy was just giving shit away, dude. So I recently got this figure, the Captain Nemo, because he came into this store. The guy who owned it was a smoker and he stunk. So we couldn't resell him. So my boss gave me a really, really good deal on him. You know what I mean? Because like when we went to list them and open the box, we were like, whoa, holy shit.
Nobody's
So,
gonna buy this fucking thing.
yeah, except for me.
Some jerk.
Well, once in a while, the guy will have like one that's smoky. But other than that, like he has like every Mezco in triplicate and he sells them when he needs money. So I really like this. And then I found out that they made him crew members and a wave runner. And I
Holy
was
shit.
just, and I was like, man, I was like, if I ever see those, I would love them. And then I looked on eBay and I was like, no fucking way. No.
Never mind.
Yeah. So I got the crew member pack for under $100. Now, if you look up completed items, I saw one for like 500.
Holy shit.
So I'm telling you, like, I don't normally spend money like this, but like even Ninja was standing next to me and he was like, dude, he's like, when is this shit ever gonna happen to you again?
Right.
And I was like, you're right, Ninja. So these are incredible. I did look at them, but I'm just gonna give you a glimpse of what these things have. So you can see why. So you can see why I personally am always like, oh, Mezco. And we always joke that I'm a fucking shill. So, but it when they make bangers, they make bangers. And when they make junk, they make horrible toys. Like any of the DC stuff that I've gotten, like the Wonder Woman or well, let me rephrase because they did make a good Wonder Woman. The movie Wonder Woman and the Batman 89 are dog shit. Like they're horrible toys.
The head is nice.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That custom I made for Justin Booth. I was like, oh,
yes.
This is a really good head.
Yes. every head sculpt was good. It was the body. Like, they should have not gone experimental. They should have done overlays on like a buck, and I would have poo-pooed, but I would have been happier than, if this thing isn't in a perfect climate, it's gonna crack. Like, I saw Bobby Vala's video, and he's like, mine split at the crotch. I was like, oh. So I don't even want to look at. Well, maybe we'll inspect this one now that I said it. So, well, I live in a temperature-controlled house, so mine's holding up good. But I didn't put any oil or goo on them. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of just wiped the dust off, and I didn't move them around much. So, mine is a-okay, I think. Yeah, no rips on them. I didn't really move him around much because I kind of knew he was going to fall apart. But
that's a shame when you buy an action figure and you're scared to move it.
Yeah, that's kind of why he's
the point.
Why do you think he ended up in my set? Because he's a write-off now. That's the best thing. If a toy sucks, he's in my set. I have to write him off now.
Yep.
But let me show you these crew members up close. So they come in little leather suits. Not only that, they come with extra neck pegs and heads so you can make them other characters. So you can literally pop the neck peg, everything. So check this. Yeah, like these things are fucking nuts, man. Like I was always like, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from them. But then the good ones started coming in the work, and I was like, God damn it. But like, look, this guy's got
fucking cool.
Yeah, he's got a peg leg. Like, the soft goods are all right. Like, there's nothing Bobo going on here, And this is just the base. Like, here, the other dude, like, you get a totally separate figure. And look, he's got a leg. But this is where it gets cool. Like, they design personalized weapons for
Jesus,
this line.
Murphy.
So they look like they should be on the Nautilus. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then they come with like little gold-plated wrenches and shit. Like, whoever came up with like the idea for this was just out of their minds. You know what I mean? So this was always like, after I got Nemo, this thing was like, I was like, I gotta find this until I saw the price. So but like I said, I don't know if the guy was just like, I'm going out of business. I want to get the fuck out of here. I want to go home, Because every time we would pass his booth, he would slash a price. And then I'd walk by like an hour later, and then he would slash the price. I was like, oh, fuck, I got to stop walking down this aisle. So, but at least hopefully I made his day, because like I bought tons of shit.
Hey, clear. If you emptied a tote for him, I know that's a good feeling.
All right, and this is the last thing. They made a wave runner, and Mezco, like, dude, he gave this shit to me. Like, it was just ridiculous. So I completed it. You know what I mean? I was happy. This thing is berserk. It looks like a giant fucking manta ray in here. And I am going to take it out so you can see it, because I've been dying to open this one. Now, I could definitely tell just by opening these that 2-pack was open before. So I think this one was opened as well. But even at those prices, it's fine. And I don't think anything was missing, to tell you the truth. I need my popping stick. I'm not going to rip this box. I'm not going to do it, Mikey.
Don't do it.
I'm going to try not to, but we might have to. Hang on. Come on, baby.
Use some kind of apparatus.
Apparatus? I love that guy, man. I was, it wasn't him, but have you seen that, I think it was Jeff Goldblum as Zeus? It's on Netflix. Have you seen that thing? I think it's called...
No.
Dude, he plays Zeus. I watched the first episode just like, because like Christopher Walken and Jeff Goldblum, like they have a special spot here,
Sure.
And dude, he's out of control as Zeus. Like, I only watched one episode, so I can't vouch for this season. But holy fuck, he was amazing in what I saw. So I would recommend that fucking thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the setup for the idea of it is actually pretty cool. Like, it's like, what if the world never stopped believing in them? So
Interesting. Okay.
So you're in modern day and they all believe in these gods and they actually do exist. You just don't really see them. So it's a neat idea. Like, I'll salute it for that. And plus, I mean, to watch Jeff Goldblum just be a fucking lunatic is, you know, as long as there's some kind of story, I can get through it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
All right. This thing is fucking humongous. All right. Let's look at this.
Good Lord.
Yes. I don't even know where I'm going to put this thing. But look.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Look at this thing, man.
That is fucking cool.
Yeah. That's why I was like, God damn, this guy, he killed me. And yeah, it has a giant mana tail that you stick in there. So basically, you would like, well, let's do it. We got Nemo right here. We'll put the foot pegs in. Ooh, he fit in there perfectly. So you would set that up, and then he's got this. Come on. Got like no head. Head's gone. Let's see. Oh, nobody could see shit. Hang on. Let me lower everything for the box. There we go. Oh, he ain't gonna sit flat without a stand. God damn it. Come on, stand. I'm trying to do this one-handed off camera. Bear with me. There we go. Look at that. Fucking pro right there. All right, let's get this thing set up. There it is. Okay. Oh, that's not going to happen. There we go. Stay. All right, we're good.
My God.
Now it's too high, so let me move my camera up. There we go. Oh, there we go. So he basically, come on, rope. Come on. He controls it by holding on to this little thing right here. So, come on, Nemo. There goes your hand. Come on. There we go. And there you go. Now he's got a sea manta. How fucking crazy is that?
Good Lord, that's cool.
And then not only that, the set comes with this gigantic fucking trident.
Hell yeah.
So yes, this was the haul. I'm going to switch over now, so bear with me for a second.
That is rad.
Yes, so I just wanted to share that with everybody because we just looked at like two pieces I've been looking for a very long time. So, and yeah, it was fucking nuts, dude. I'll crack these two while we're talking off to the side. I want to see what they look like. I am very interested in what Mr. Sentinels look like. So let me move this shit over. Oh my God, we have so many people here today, Mikey. Jeez, I didn't even realize we got a packed house tonight.
Give the people what they want. See, all these people would have been missing out, you know, had you not done it.
Yes.
It had nothing to do.
So thank Mikey. If it wasn't for Mikey, you wouldn't have a show tonight, guys. Because I can't do Raw
anything for you guys.
Yeah, so I appreciate. Oh, hang on. This is what happens when you try to move shit like crazy. Now let's get back. Oh, now we're back to normal. Let's get this thing off. And then oh, goddamn you. Goddamn you. Ooh. There we go. Awesome.
Here we go.
So now I am wrapped up in a million cables. So bear with me for 1 second while I unplug my headphones. Normally I can set this stuff up like the day before and be like, oh, it's no problem. I can do cameras. And I came home from work and had like 45 minutes to do all this shit. I'm like, I gotta make a slideshow. I gotta change the thumbnail. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Yeah, so I can't believe I actually did it and made it. So
I was gonna say you did pretty good with the limited time allotted to you.
Yes, I work very good under pressure, unfortunately, because I'm always stupid and put myself behind the gun. So
you just got adapted to it.
Yeah, you just gotta work with your good traits and your bad traits. Ooh, they look like bubble gum, Mikey.
They look delicious.
They're so yummy. No. That's fun though. Okay, I don't know if I feel like I might have spent too much money on these, but I got them from the mayor, so it's okay. They look pretty good though.
Yeah,
let me pop one of these summon of bitches out. I thought they were gonna be the height of the box. That's why I was kind of like, oh, because dude, look at this box. You're like, yeah, Sentinel, and then you're like, hey, wait a second, that Sentinel ain't as big as that box.
Yeah.
So, no, but this is fun because I didn't get the HasLab, and that's one of those. I ain't paying that fucking money, so
no fun.
And I don't have the room for Sentinel, but so a little Bobo Sentinel from the video game, pretty good, and actually feels like he's made good. I can hear it.
Quality.
I can smell the quality. No, actually, it's a pretty well put together figure. The paint's really fun on the face. Actually, let me bring him up a little bit. Come on. Oh, this is the shitty.
We got a little wash on there.
Yeah, like they actually did like gold and a little black under the eyes. I'm sorry, this is not the good web camera. I kind of used it over there, so
the camera is Bobo.
No, it's big time Bobo. This is my old one.
He's got a Bobo camera.
It's all over. Oh my god, too funny. Let's see who the fuck's here. I'm sorry, chat.
There's 1,000 chats. I'm sorry.
I
sorry,
love you.
guys.
No. It was such short notice.
I wish I could
like
control it.
Yeah, let me look through and make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm so sorry, guys. I was trying to show everybody the fun stuff. I want to make sure that I didn't miss any supers. Yes, I did. Tony, thank you. Oh, awesome. Tony, definitely. I know I said something on another stream and I didn't know if you heard me or not. So yeah, definitely. We'll have you come on one night. Definitely. I like that guy a lot. Like, it took me a while. Like, it's hard to put 2 and 2 together with everybody sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because some people have different Instagrams than YouTubes, and then the Facebook has their like real names and different. So I try to keep track of everybody. It's
a lot to keep track of. There's a lot. There's a lot.
It is. And I am a one-man show, like we were saying before, like I do all this without anybody.
Yeah, I like Tony too. He's a incredible talented man.
Oh yeah, he's funny too, man. He's definitely fun. So what's going on in Mikeyville? Anything? Any? You got anything you'd like to discuss or talk about, or?
Not particularly. I'm just working on a list of figures to bring to Assembly Required in November in Iowa. Like I brought about 20 to DFW, so I'd like to get somewhere close to there, and I have done absolutely none of them. So I just have like just a bunch of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah, so I just got a bunch of kit bashes kind of everywhere right now. Yeah, worked on a Cobra sniper. I came up with a cool idea for a Cobra dog handler. Thought that would be kind of cool. And then I did a Mercer.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, those are just the ones sitting on my desk right now.
You definitely got to send me a picture. I want to see that Mercer. I want to see your.
I'll show it to you.
I want to see your take on it. Well, I don't know if there's super secret. If it's super.
No.
Mikey.
I'm not super secret about anything.
Hi.
So it's
Hi.
So this is the concept I came up with. Now he'll probably change a little bit, but
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome.
So it's kind of a combination of V1 and V2 Mercer, which I liked both of them, but there's no reason to make two, so just kind of combine them together. So that's the high evolutionary arm. So yeah, that's
I like it, man. That's really good.
nice.
That looks really good. Oh, I removed Mikey. There he is. Sorry, Mikey.
Hi.
I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Zakanen.
All right, we got Zakanen.
Thank you as always.
This guy. What a guy.
He is.
Well,
He's great.
I can't show your stuff because UPS has it. So well, they will. They will. It's boxed up. I'm not going to unbox it.
No, that's a waste of tape, man.
Yeah.
Especially I like when I used to mail my customs, because I used to not do, like, I had specifically one that I would make and I made money off of it for a long time. I used to make a Hardigan from Predator 2 because I found a guy who took the Hot Toys Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon, and he scaled the head down to like NECA 7-inch size. So I went on Alibaba and bought a shitload of like Drake from Uncharted. Like, you remember that game?
Okay.
He's just a guy in a t-shirt and khakis, and he has a gun holster.
Right.
So I just painted the Hardigan heads, and then I would dye the body and the arms, and then I would paint the shirt and leave the pants khaki and leave the boots alone. And I got like $300. I sold like 6 of them.
Nice.
Well, I because they were ultimate scale. So if you collected ultimate Predators, like, you need Hardigan, you know, or Harrigan. Sorry, I always call him Hardigan or Harrigan. I always say one or the other, but yeah. So that was my one custom until I ran out of heads, and then I guess the guy that I got the heads from was like, "You motherfucker," and never sold them to me again. So I have like 2 of them that need like repair, but like, they're for me because I sold even the ones I kept making one and being like, "This one's for me." And
then somebody be like, "Hey, how much to make one of those?" And like, "I'll just sell you this."
Yeah, I just kept getting eBay messages because, you know, I was sneaky. I took pictures of them like with the Predator 2 toys. Like, I took professional pictures of the custom, you know?
Sure.
And even, dude, I went psycho. I Dremeled joints, everything. Like, I did everything on those. So I felt they were worth what I charged because I did Dremel them. And I did, like, you know, I don't use like, you know, slides for eyes like some people do. Like, I paint all that crap when I do it. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Brutal.
Well, you know, over time, I just learned to use pens for eyes and they come out better. So, you know, if you use like Draftsman, like finite like pens, like, you can get in there and just dot the eye. Then you get like a blue one, you dot the eye, you got a white one, you dot that, and boom, your eyes are done. And you don't have to worry about like, oh God, one hair on the brush is like coming loose, or, you know,
legitimate problems.
Well, for somebody who buys shitty like Amazon brushes like me, I buy like, I'll buy the best paints and buy the worst brushes. You know, just be like, I don't care. I'll trim them. I don't give a fuck. So
you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Do you use classy brushes, or do you?
I have some classy brushes. Yeah.
Like, did you start with like Warhammer, or do you use any of their specialty brushes?
I do have a couple of Warhammer brushes. The Army Painter, that brand, they have a couple of brushes that I use a lot. There's one that's called the Psycho that's super, super small.
Let me bring you up. Oh, yeah, dude, that's nuts.
Yeah, and that's this Army Painter brand.
Nice. I think
that's like the brush I use to do like the eyeliner on top of the eyes and shit.
That's a nightmare. I cheat so
Brutal.
bad. I usually just like slop black in there, and then I just clean up the eye color and use like alcohol.
Sure.
I'm the worst, dude. I'm the sloppiest painter, so I've learned to like use alcohol like to my advantage. I'm like Bob Ross with alcohol, you know. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck that up, dab it with alcohol, gone. You know what I mean? So
You gotta have the tools, man.
yeah,
Even-
I just like sometimes I'll just be holding something and just be like, why did my hand start shaking? God damn it. You know, and it's only
Fucking
because
A,
you're
man.
holding it, you know. So
Right, and you're focusing on it, getting a little shake. Hey,
Mm.
even John Byrne used an eraser. Okay.
True that. And you know what? Speaking of comics, I wanted to ask you, do you read comics? Because you seem like you read comics. Like,
I go through spells where I read comics. Like
okay.
they're all down here. Like right there, you can see a batch of Marvels.
Nice.
So it's all uncanny and stuff like that. Like I love I love that era of Marvel comics.
Which one? I couldn't see. I'm sorry, buddy.
Like Dark
Oh, the
Phoenix
real
Saga.
stuff. Real comic books. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good stuff. Yeah.
The good stuff. Yeah, the
Yeah.
great.
New,
I like
dude,
that.
comics have been dog shit for the last like 14 years. So, you know, with little sprinkles of gems here and there, but like
you get
Marvel,
a good run every now and then.
Yeah, I don't even think
It's
it
rare.
happens anymore, man. Like
I don't know that it lasts 20 years. Well, I will say for DC, they had some good runs in there with the New 52. There were some cool stories.
Like the Nightwing,
After
the
that,
Batman,
I have no idea.
like oh god, it's so bad right now. It's so bad.
it's rough.
Like Marvel and DC are like Image
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff is good. Like even the new Joe stuff. If you haven't read that, read that.
I've heard those are really good.
They're all coming out in trade now. So
okay.
So
that's my speed.
Yes, that's what I try to tell people now. Like I know Duke and Cobra Commander trade is out, and then Destro and the Scarlet one are in like a week or two, and then that primes you for the GI Joe comic. So, which starts like GI Joe #1 starts like I think like at the end of the month or beginning of next month. So, but highly recommend that Dark Energon shit. It's really good. Like even if you hate Cobra Law, like the writers found a place for it where it makes sense. And then he does the most incredible thing of like pushing it off to the side for something else. So it's it's handled by fucking people who give a shit. So
that's nice. That's a nice approach.
Yeah. Well, and I mean the people who are doing that are the people who gave Larry Hama his job back. So that's the same people. You know what I mean? Nice. That's Robert Kirkman from The Walking Dead. Like when he found out the license was up, he instantly got it and gave Larry a job right away. So,
hell
you know. So I mean, I tried a Real American Hero. Like it's too far gone for me to catch up, and it's goofy. Like where he's at in it, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, like the IDW, like GI Joe stuff was kind of too. So it's you know, well they let Larry write, but they gave him the worst artists like on the planet. Like that book never looked good when it was at IDW.
For me, that's a huge part of it because I've always been into art. You know, my dad was always into art, and so if I don't like who's drawing it, it's really hard for me to focus. Like even what's a good example? I think of a good example of that.
Oh, that's a good one. Zakanan, I know you hate Cobra Law, but what do we got? Oh, Zakanan, trust me, when you read the new comic, you'll be happy what was done with Cobra Law. You know what I mean? It was explained and then it was taken care of, like without spoiling it. Like you don't ever have to see it in G.I. Joe again, but it's not like gone. So like it was handled better than anybody could handle it. So that's the best way. It is.
If you can handle Cobra Law, you know, that's something, because I'm not a fan either.
And you know what? When they show Cobra Law for the first time in the book, it is unbelievably badass. And when you see Globulus like do something, it's like fucking crazy. So like they don't use that, like the character isn't used lightly. Like, you know, he like you see him maybe once or twice, and then later on there's like a 6-issue, or not even, it was like a 6-page story for Free Comic Book Day. It shows him be a badass and disappear. So it's like perfect.
Yeah,
and then
just enough.
And then they had, if you read Invincible, they had Ryan Otley draw that issue. So it was like beautiful. Like you couldn't have asked for a better looking comic book. Like it was unbelievable. So
nice.
Yeah, if you can hunt it down, it was last year's like Free Comic Book Day, or this year's Free Comic Book Day Transformer thing. So because that shit's all crossed over. And it's I said, it's cool. It's cool how it works. I'll get off of it because I don't want to spoil anything.
Growing up, my dad has always been into comic books. So it's a shit.
And I'll tell you, it's basically rated R. Like
sweet.
Like shit happens where you're like, I mean, I'll tell you, Cobra Commander's like a serial killer in the book. Like it's insane. Like he's not a serial killer, but he acts like one. Like it's unbelievable. Like Duke's first his first incursion with a Transformer, like the dude next to him gets eradicated. Like he's done. Like he's fucking dead. Like Starscream like grabs him and squishes him like right in front of him. Like
holy shit.
Yeah, you just see like guts like just popping out of his hand. Like it's
holy Lord.
Amazing. So yeah, it's good. Hey, it's Happy Accident. I just want to say, everybody go check out Happy's channel. He needs more love, man. That like this guy, I always say it because like he should have more views. I've never seen anybody, not even Articulated Ninja, puts the amount of production value into a video. Like Happy is incredible. I think he works in TV. He has to, because he's unbelievable with his editing. Like,
oh wow.
And not only that, he does Transformers, so it's not my thing, but like I just watched his videos and was like amazed by the guy. So, and he does stop motion of the Transformers, like transforming, and it looks amazing. And the fucking guy just does it every week like it's nothing. Like that must take him like 7 hours to fucking do that. Like, because not only do you have to know how to transform the fucking thing, you have to keep it straight every time you move it in frame. Like,
right.
So like, go give Happy some love, people. Give that guy some love.
Wow.
Anytime, Happy. So I love that guy. What can I say?
Yeah, for sure.
So you want to talk about some new G.I. Joes, buddy?
Hell yeah.
Let's all right. You know what? We never, ever, ever have slides on Monday. But here they come, baby.
This is such a crock of shit.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Hey, and it worked the first time, Mikey. It was pretty funny backstage. I kept trying to get this to work because it kept bringing Mikey up in the big panel. So the gods are good. The gods are good.
Hell yeah.
So I like, what year like did he come out? Because I don't remember him as a kid so much. And it might have been when I got out of G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Saw Viper was late. I want to say he was like 89 or 90.
Yeah, that's probably around that time period. I was a little shaky because like I just don't remember him so much as a kid, but I think this looks pretty badass for what it is, for a troop builder and shit. Cool.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 1990, but he didn't look like this. This is like what they did with the
Yeah, it's like their
later
interpretation.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like when they do those like blast shields up on the neck. You know what I mean? Like I love that effect, you know.
Even better that it's removable.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Nice touch.
Yeah. Here, let me get us over to the actual shit so we can actually look at what he comes with. I think that's actually Gung Ho's, or not Gung Ho. I think that's the Tiger Force Roadblocks backpack. Like they had to reuse it immediately. They're like, we made something new. Let's reuse it right the fuck now.
Just immediately, yeah.
Well, here, check this out. I didn't get the what was the last Viper that came out? That was this color. I forget who it was. But I didn't get him, and he came with the same backpack as fucking Storm Shadow V2, and in my video, I'm like, all new backpack. Now I have
the Night Creeper? Was it the
Night
Creeper?
Yeah, it was. That's it. I just waited on Night Creeper because like Hasbro didn't send GI Joes to my store until this week. Like we got that wave this week.
Gee,
well, it sucks. We got Naugahyde today, and now he's on fucking discount everywhere. So I'm fucked. I have to keep him at full price and then eat it on a Black Friday sale. So, you know.
Loss leader.
Yeah, it sucks when they do that shit to us. So, but he's in like my pile of shit to buy at work. So at least there's that. But this looks cool. I like it.
I really like this one.
Yeah, it's fun. I love when they just give them people faces. Like he like it's so funny to me. Like he's just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like because they never had like the masks were always on their heads. They never had like civilian faces underneath. So it's always funny when they do them for like a Cobra guy. I'm just like, "Hey, buddy." He's just like, "I'm a mercenary. How you doing?" So. Kind of funny. I don't know why it like humanizes them too much for me.
Yep.
I actually really like this. So I like
fan of the dial tone.
I always liked them as a kid. Maybe it was just the cartoon or something, but like I always managed. He's like one of the figures I had that never went away. Like I never lost him, never blew him up. And he was just a Joe that I just had forever. So he's got a special place right here. So I like what they did. I mean, they didn't really do anything special for him. Like and I hate when they do a backpack that has paint and then they give you a backpack that's just like purple. You know what I mean? Like make up your fucking mind if you're gonna paint the backpacks or you're not. You know what I mean?
Fucking lane.
Yeah, because this looks like a Mezco thing to me. You know what I mean? Like the backpack looks beautiful, and like, why can't you do that? Why can't you do that with everybody's backpack? You know, like certain people, their backpacks are a part of their personality. You know what I mean? And like this one totally shows it, and you know, they kind of, you know, just fucked off on most everybody else.
It's definitely one of those backpacks that's, you know, an iconic accessory for GI Joes for sure. Dial tones, 100%.
Yeah,
I agree. It's cool they gave it a little extra love with the fold out computer and shit. That's pretty rad.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. I like how they like sometimes when they like he's like, "Oh, I modernized it with this, and this." I actually like that it has a little camera dome on the side. Like it makes sense, you know.
Sure.
So I'll give it to him in the design department for that. The only thing I think I don't like is the cell phone holder. Like you'll see it in the next frame. He's got like this little fucking green thing.
That is odd. Little Kydex holster for his phone.
Yeah, it's a little weird, and also the neck comm. I don't know if I like that for dial tone. I mean, it makes sense because he's communications, but like, you know, the microphone under the neck thing, like, I don't know. It might. Maybe it's the photo. You know what I mean? But I think it's a little.
It definitely makes sense. But when the backpack has it that folds down.
Yeah, it has all the other shit. Yeah.
Why would he have this too?
Yeah. That is fucking true, man. That's 100% true. Why does he have a fucking walkie-talkie in his bag? Why does he have a walkie-talkie, a phone, and a backpack? He's got everything.
He's doing a lot.
That's a whole lot of communication. He should have like a fucking little Wi-Fi thing on its head, like some antennas. Like
as you know, so you take the beret off and it folds up.
Yeah, he's got like a router on his head. But
I'm impressed they made the vest and the harness separate pieces, though. That's kind of cool. I'm kind of surprised they did that, considering everybody else has it built in.
Oh, you know what? You are right. And I'll tell you what, with that Storm Shadow V2, those overlays actually feel like they don't get in the way for once. Like,
I watched your review today of it. I was actually pretty impressed with it.
They're very thin and they're very pliable. Like, all the bitching like that you hear from me like about things, like, dude, the guns are fixed. Like, not one in this wave came with fucking gummy anything. Like, the gummy shit, so the gummy problem's gone. And now I'm not saying it's like a Vala weapon where if you go to bend it, it'll snap.
Sure.
It'll still give, but it's back to where it should be. You know what I mean? Like
how Legends guns are when they came with guns and stuff. They had there was some give. It wasn't going to fall off your shelf and break the barrel off.
Yep.
That Shield 3-pack, those guns, that's the perfect durometer for semi-soft plastic. That's perfect.
Yeah, I love that set, by the way, man.
I do too.
That fucking Shield set is like, Marvel Legends this year just like dominated my wallet, dude.
They're crushing it.
They are, and the fucking year's not over yet, man. I saw all those Secret War figures and was like, fuck me. It's like, I don't care
it's a sweet
about
line.
most of them because I have Steve, I have that mold. I don't care about the extra heads.
Sure.
The Beyonder, oh my god, I need that fucking disco suit Beyonder, man. And
why did they not save that Doctor Doom to put on that fucking card though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why did they do that? Would have been maybe they didn't realize it was coming down the pipe. I don't know, but that is one of the most iconic figures from that line. Huge miss. That Wolverine though. Ooh.
Yes, that's the one we need, man.
I love it.
Yeah, the smirk is like perfect. The mask like coming out looks right. Like, and it's brown suit. Like, to me, the Outback Wolverine, the Mark Silvestri, John Romita Jr. time period is like the shit I was reading as a kid. So like anytime they make anything, it's near and dear. I'm like, ooh.
Oh yeah.
So and and as a customizer and somebody who actually like, you look at what they're doing, like, dude, their head sculpt painting is like number one. Like every painted face on every legend this year is fucking perfect. Like,
they have turned it like a complete 180, really.
Yeah, dude, I stopped. Okay, when Hasbro bought, just so people know, I had every fucking Marvel Legend that Toy Biz made. I had most of the Spider-Man stuff, that like the Spider-Man classics. I had the X-Men, like weird ones that were Legends. Every one of them. When Hasbro bought Legends and I saw that first wave, that fucking horrible Emma Frost and that fucking Wolverine, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. And I did not start collecting Marvel Legends again until 2018. Like, I stopped for like that entire period. I was like, they look like trash. The articulation, like, everything was taken away. Like, everything that made a Marvel Legend awesome was taken away. Good sculpting taken away. Articulation made no sense. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't until that X-Men wave where I was like, damn. But they still had
the Juggernaut wave.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but they still like had their eyes were a little fucking askew. Like they're looking one way, you know. But then I was just like, fuck. You know, I was like, I want another X-Men team on my shelf. So, you know, that's how it started. Now I'm like, fuck, I have like if you think like this is disgusting, like my Marvel Legends shit is 1,000 times worse. Like it's so bad. It's so bad. Like that I'm a junkie because like I love comics. So like when I'm like I see somebody who's like obscure, I'm like, oh,
right.
So
like if they do the Aborigine that controlled the time warp that sent him back to the Outback, you're gonna be like, yep, whatever 2-pack, whoever he's packed with.
Oh my god, I would buy him in a second, dude. Yeah, the portal guy from the fucking Outback. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Get that guy and a
Mikey, that's a
Savage
custom
style Forge and Storm.
Oh, that would be dope. That needs to be done. That
should be done.
Yeah, that definitely should be done. But we should also have a Savage Land Rogue. You know what I mean? Like, how is that not a thing? Like, that cover with Nick Fury, her, and fucking Magneto is like,
oh yeah,
forget it. Like,
money.
I love
Fury
that.
blowing the smoke ring.
Yeah,
so
man, that's
good.
like one of Jim Lee's best covers fucking ever.
Yeah, that's a solid book.
All right, let's get back on the G.I. Joe. I'm sorry, everybody, that we have Joe's up and we're talking about Marvel Legends. We'll get to that. I only got one picture of Leatherneck. I couldn't really find another one other than, you know, the rain picture, which I want to go over the rain picture. Now, we all love photography. You know, it's beautiful. You love to see it. I do not need rain in my product shot. Like, I understand what you're trying to do and it's beautiful, but you're trying to sell me a toy. I don't want to see fucking rain over it. You don't have to go that far. It is not even done practically. You know what I mean? Like, that is that's a filter. Like,
it's a filter.
And it cheapens it. Like, and even if you did it for real, congratulations. Don't put it in a product photo. Like, don't do it. You know, I was going to say it with the other one too. It's just like, don't do that. Like Leatherneck right there, like perfect. That's a perfect shot. Like the rain, it don't make sense to me. Like if I was the guy with the rubber stamp, I'd be like, this is beautiful. This is artwork. This is not a product.
It's not
shot.
A product image.
Yeah, that is not a product shot, bro. So pushing it a little too far. Now, I really do like this, but I don't think he has a neck. Like, his neck's gone. Like, something's off. Like, maybe his overlay's too thick around his neck. Like, something looks weird. Like, maybe it's his jaw's really big. Like, something looks off to me. Now,
yeah, his overlay definitely sits up really high.
Like, just though, like on the shoulders, right? Like, just something looks a little weird with him.
Yeah, it's high, and I'm wondering if he has a collared shirt underneath it.
Oh god,
that would raise it up a little bit.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Honestly, I think it's fun. To me, I don't even like. This feels like a pretty hard departure. Like it's almost like Alpine, and I get it. Like, this is a fun Alpine, but he doesn't like resemble renders you've seen of Alpine. Like Alpine has like a rectangular head and you've given him like a round head, you know? And I don't know, like it feels like this guy has too much jaw and not enough neck. So I don't know, maybe it's the sculpting on the hat's not high enough. Like, because this was another toy, like I never lost him. Like I had him until the end, and like
he's one of the few that I still have. Is Leatherneck.
That's awesome. I love that. I loved that figure as a kid. Like fucking.
He was a fantastic figure.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that I would not pick this up at all. I like it, but I think they could have done a little better on him. Like,
I always like Leatherneck as a little bigger of a figure,
mm,
and he's just got airborne legs, so you know he's not like a imposing size, or I don't want him to be roadblock size by any means, but
he should
you
be
know,
like Bazooka. Like he should be like. Well, I honestly think like in the classified line they made Bazooka too big, but
he's quite large. Yeah,
he is next to everybody else. He's like a brick shit house. You like,
but his original figure is pretty thick.
Yeah,
that's a thick figure, whereas Leatherneck wasn't a thick figure. I think it was probably just a cartoon or something that put the he's bigger, you know. But if
Yeah.
Gung Ho is bigger, then you don't want every Marine to be a gargantuan dude.
Yeah, not everybody can be a giant freak.
Yeah, yeah, just Gung Ho, Leatherneck, Mainframe, just all the Marines are just huge.
hmm Yeah, like I said, it's fun. I'll pick them up, you know, and especially for customs, like doing an Arnold, you need that gun for Predator. Like that's your Predator gun right there.
Yeah, as far as classified options go, that is definitely
Yeah, that
that's
is
with
it.
203 on it.
Yeah, I like it. I hate when they do extended clips and magazines and pistols that holster because they stick out of the figure and knock everybody around them like over. So I hate when they do that. And I hope they fix the glasses. That's the next thing. Cause dude, I got that Marauders Slaughter, and those glasses are dog shit. Like compared to the
Sergeant
last
Slaughter
version.
glasses are they just don't work very well.
I'll tell you, my version 1, no problem. That new one, they're like, dude, they're like spaghetti. Like they're horrible.
Really?
They keep falling off. Like if you thought the version 1 was bad, the 2 is like they're crooked, like they have a casting line like right near the earpiece. So if you get a bent one, it won't go around his ear. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Hey, holy
Scuba
shit.
Pete.
Scuba Pete is hanging
What's
out
up,
with
buddy?
the Raw Dogs. Damn.
Hell yeah.
Welcome, Scuba. It's good to see you here, buddy. That is a treat. So, who do we got next? We got Xandar. I like it. He looks like a fucking rock star. It's fun. I don't know.
He does. I am not as some of your chat well knows, I am not into dreadnoughts at all. Like Zartan, I don't consider a dreadnought. He is an assassin, you know. Talking about the guy that changed Storm Shadow's life, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
But this is a excellent figure. Great representation. The details are fantastic. I mean, somebody over there has started paying attention to something, because that's Xandar for sure.
Yeah, and then I watched the live stream and they said if you boil and pop and take the overlay off, he has all the tattoos underneath.
Nice. So you could just swap in Hawk's harness or something, and you could have a real classic version. That's awesome.
Yeah, so at least they did that. I think it's fun for what it is. You know, like I liked Xandar when I was a kid too. You know, it was another figure that I loved. He was one of the ones that I like made a Frankenstein figure. Like I heard you on your stream with your father saying that you guys used to make Joes. Dude, that's why I love Joes. That was the big thing for me as a kid, is I could make anything I wanted out of all my Joes. So
it was the only line you really could. I mean, the Toy Biz stuff, you couldn't take apart X-Men and make a new mutant. You know, that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, and that's where the real love for Joe started for me, because I got the little screwdriver from the Secret Santa thing at elementary school, where they sold all that garbage you'd buy your family because you were like a little kid. I'd always buy that screwdriver kit every year or so, because I'd lose it and then I couldn't do Joes anymore. So I got excited because I was like, "Oh, I'll get that screwdriver! I can make all these Joes again." But that's what did it for me as a kid, just making Frankenstein Joes. So
oh yeah,
Yeah, and like I said, for the update, I like this. You know,
He's good.
I like when they do the retro thing. Like it's fun to get like the original representation, but I got into classified because I thought that they were going to modify and do things like they're doing with Xandar and Raptor. You know what I mean? Like you're getting the classic with something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody's trying to do something new with it. It's not like when they did Lady J, it's like boring. You know what I mean? And like, I like their first Duke. I know he looked fucking stupid with all his sci-fi crap on him, but I was like,
I liked it.
I was like, oh, I bought the redeco as soon as I heard they repainted all that shit off of him. I bought that redeco, and I love that Duke. So, you know, and I love retro Duke because you know he looks retro, but like I would have been fine with just the one they had. And the same thing, like Scarlet, for granted, was a shitty figure, but they didn't know what they were making then. So, like, the arms on Scarlet were fucking awful. Like, if she just had like double jointed pinless arms and they got rid of like the dumb shoulder pad, I would have been fine with it. You know, I would have been like, they're trying something new. And I appreciate that. So
right,
seeing this and like I said, Raptor, I like when they do it. I like when they do something a little different. So it's something different. And then you could have them strip it down and put it on a retro card, and then you can have your base version. So if they follow that model, I'll be happy, you know. So
I like the subtle updates to classic designs. Like I'm all on board. Like you look at that, you can be like, "Yep, that is definitely Xandar." But then you look at him and be like, "Oh, he's got a plate carrier now instead of just a harness across his bare chest," and you know, little details like that. I'm totally on board with it. This is the direction I like to see.
Yeah, I agree. I like the whole thing. And actually, I didn't think I'd like the gold paint app so much all over the place, but it actually all works. Like those skulls on his shoulders and shit. Like, goddamn. Yeah. Whoever did him loved this guy. So, all right. And now we got those reveals that they didn't show us. Like, did you actually watch the stream? Because it was a shit show.
No.
It was so bad. No. It was so bad. And then Dan Larson showed up, and I was like, oh no. I was like, here comes my magic spoon. So yeah, it was a disaster. You should have seen the chat, dude. People are like, that's it. This is what? I just kept putting Z's like I was falling asleep. I'm like, you guys suck, man. You know. So, but this, I don't know what to think yet, because it looks like everything on that weird thing comes off. So if he comes with like 2 detachable rocket launchers and some other shit, like it's interesting, but I kind of just like Heavy Duty as a figure. So, you know, this to me falls into the, what the fuck's his name? God damn it. I can't remember. I'll come up with it later, but they're using those goddamn terrible fucking missiles again. Like who came with those?
Heavy Metal.
Yes, that's who I was gonna say. He is my most hated classified figure. I fucking hate that figure.
Really?
I don't know why. He's the one time I was like, why couldn't he just have been like his normal colors? Like, why does he need this weird backpack that like mine is completely loose, so like the cannons can't even sit. All the little rockets like don't store anywhere. I'm like, who designed this fucking thing? So that's why you never have seen me review it. I don't even talk about it. He's like shunned in my collection. I don't like him.
He's one of those that I was super excited that went on clearance, because the body is the same one they used for the last Firefly.
Oh,
and I love that body. I love that sculpt. It's super versatile. So I was excited about it, but I give no shits about heavy metal.
Yeah, I didn't. I honestly, to me, I just didn't like it, you know. And I like the goofy, weird shit, and I just was like, that time, I think they classified it wrong. Like, I just like, and why introduce him as one of no, I didn't like it. Didn't like that one, no, sir. Maybe if they retro card him and like fix like if you're gonna give the guy missiles and he can't store them, like
yeah,
terrible,
weird,
it's terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible. And I'm not a guy who's gonna be like, I'm gonna just get 3D printed ones. Fuck it. No, it's okay, I'll put it this way. If I got him on discount, I would have been happy. I paid full price for him, so I don't like him.
No,
I'll put it that
that's
way.
Fair. Completely
like,
fair. Totally
like
fine.
if I found him at Ollie's, I'd be like, no problem. But when I like shelled out hard-earned money for something that I was like, this is the only classified figure I have been disappointed with. You know, out of all of them, I hate that figure. And I think the head sculpt's right on the money, everything. I just think the equipment, the painting, and the missiles, and yeah, those ugly motherfucking missiles down there. Hate them.
Little dildo missiles.
Yeah. But I like the figure. I think the figure's good. I like the sculpting.
This one looks fucking glorious. I really like this.
Yeah. And the apparatus, like the big goofy like mech thing on him, like it's fun.
Got a real space, like a real colonial marine vibe.
Oh, big time. Yeah. You know,
yeah,
and
that.
I was even looking at the triangles and I was like, Predator monsters, you know, because, you know, it looks like the fucking Predator triangle. Right. So, but I like it. I think it's fun for him. Like for a heavy duty, I'm glad they made him because my Cobra Island heavy duty can be retired now.
Right.
Yeah.
Turn that into a Mr. T.
Well, that's, yeah, I mean, yeah. I got him right on the set, baby, right here. The only thing I did different than everybody else is I put the Sergeant Slaughter from Valiverse. And it makes it work because, you know, Mr. T's got to have a fucking vest, you know, so.
Sure.
But I love that. Like, that's like the best Kitbash fucking G.I. Joe you can make on the cheap. Like, he's so easy and fun. So I love that one. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Rocco. Rocco, it was fucking fantastic to hang out with you this weekend, buddy. It was really good to meet you and your wife and your kid. It's fucking awesome. So we will definitely work out being on a stream together again, whether you come over here or I go over there, we will figure it out. And I'm also sorry I didn't get to say goodbye, but like the place was fucking huge. So I kind of didn't get to say goodbye to a lot of people, which sucked. So
yeah,
it was crazy, dude. This place was in the middle of nowhere, Mikey, and it was like a fucking airplane hangar, just toy dealers, like toy dealers. Like it was so many. I've done a lot of shows because, you know, I work at a comic book store. We used to do like the Wizard World circuit. I've done like every show you can imagine, New York, like Comic-Con. I used to have to do that. It's horrible. But I've never seen a toy show like this. Like Toy Gaines would talk it up all the time. He'd be like, this is the one. He's like, this is the one. You gotta go. You gotta go. And I was like, okay. You know, because we lined it up so we could meet everybody, dude. When we walked in and I like walked around the corner and the room opened up, I was like, holy fucking shit. I was like, I've never seen a show like that.
Wow.
And it had a mixture like of vintage and new, like I'd never seen. Like it was fucking nuts, man. Like that is a definite destination for me, like every year now. And now that it's 2 days in a row, I might even show up both days because it's so good. And dude, it was like $12 to get in an hour early. Like it was $12 to get in. It was insane. So,
oh yeah,
you know, by us, like if I went to RetroCon, which is like somebody who bought a Wizard World show, like they bought like their venues out that they had pre-rented for years. You'll get charged $40 to go in there. You know what I mean? And then it's like, how much money are you gonna have to spend at a show when you get charged $40 fucking at the door.
Right.
So, that was the beauty of it. So if anybody is like New Jersey, PA, New York, Connecticut, like holy fucking shit. Like I found grails there. Like you don't see, like there was shit there I never see. Like you just don't see it there. So
well, not only did you find grails, you found grails at really good prices.
insane.
That's unheard of.
And not only that, the whole fucking room was crazy. Yeah, here we go. Rocco couldn't even walk 10 feet. He was being mobbed. Like he must have talked to like hundreds of people. Like me and Gaines were doing laps, like going up and down aisles, like, and we'd come back and like Rocco would be like 5 feet from where he's like we last saw him, and he'd be like 3 people deep, just giving out stickers and his custom heads. Like the man is wonderful. So like if anybody, like Rocco is great. He's a great guy. Like he surprised me with how awesome he is in person. Like
that's
fantastic.
Nice.
So it's great to like it's odd because when you like start a YouTube journey, you're by yourself. Like it's a funnel, you know what I mean? Like it's just you riding down that funnel, and then over time you just start to meet people, and then you talk to people, and now I'm just meeting, like I'm hanging out with people. It's weird, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot to get used to, like I walked around the show and hung out with Ninja. Like we just talked for like 2 fucking hours. It was crazy. So, it was nice. Like I used to have PTSD from doing shows because like
when you work the shows and go into being a customer,
it's all a well, especially if you're bringing like a fucking 20-foot truck full of thousands of pounds of grid wall, and you're setting up a 30 by 10 that's basically a store inside the fucking convention. Like it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna set up my table and put down my 15 toys. It's like, no, we have thousands of pounds of grid wall to set up. We have to do this in 5 hours, no breaks, no nothing. Then when you're done, you're exhausted. You eat, you go to sleep, you wake up at 5:30 in the morning to finish everything you couldn't finish the night before. And then you have to deal with the early birds coming in 2 to 3 hours early while you're setting up. So you're trying to sell, and you're also trying to set up thousands of products. Because we used to bring like, it would be fucking pallets of long boxes of trades,
like a pop-up store every time.
we would literally bring a fucking store. It was insane. So, and it was what a booth is. It's a 10 by 10. Imagine 3 of them with an aisle, 2 walls, an entrance on either side. Like it's insane. So for me, like I couldn't do shows for about 6 years because I'd walk in and just be like, my heart would just start racing because I'm like, oh, I gotta set up, oh, I gotta park the truck, oh, you know what I mean? Like so it wasn't until Tim invited me out like to just a little one, and I was like, God, I'm actually like having fun again. So
once you sever that tie, it can be enjoyable again. I actually one of my previous job, I was actually in the firearms industry, and part of my job was going to SHOT Show every year, which is the biggest gun show, in the country. So we'd be in Vegas for about 5 days, fly out, set up, at night, go get something to eat, be ready for the show in the morning because you were going to have press, you were going to have early access people, and it was 3 or 4 days of just brutalness. So shows are
on a vendor, if you're like a professional vendor with like a lot of stuff, they're a nightmare. They're a nightmare because it's not even that. Like you'll get to the venue and then you have to wait in line because everybody's trying to load in. So you'll literally sit for 2 hours in line before you can even take your shit out of your truck.
Right.
So there's that stress if it's not moving right. And then if there's any problems with union workers on docks, then they're like, oh, you can't use that hand card here. You can't do that. And they're all just sitting there. You're just like, you motherfuckers, just get out of here. Like, I've had so many problems with fucking dock teamsters, dude. Like, you wouldn't believe, dude. That is like the squishiest of the squishy job, man. Like, because those guys are they're no machines. They're just like, can I get that? No. Can I get by? No. Where's your badge? No. Blah, blah, no. Yeah. So I have no luck with those kind of people at all. So, but yeah, there's just so much more to it than what people think, even the people who like set up like you, man, like you got to bring all your figures in, you got to set them up. You got to, like, if you have booth dressing, like, you got to get your banners, you got to get your fucking, like, there's a lot to it, man.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't set that shit up right, people just walk right by your booth, man. If it looks like a shit show, they don't want anything to do with it. So,
right.
Yeah. And then my boss used to bring unbelievable amounts of restock the way we used to sell it. So we used to have to hide stock at like other people we knew's booths and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a nightmare. Yeah, they're about to go to Baltimore this week, and I'm just like, see ya, motherfuckers, because that's in my contract now. No more shows. No, I won't do it. Like
nice.
it was like, nope, I'm done. I've been put through that meat grinder. We're done. So, I only do little itty bitty local shows sometimes, but the way my schedule works now, I'm never around for showtime. So yeah, it works. Because when they get back, I unload. You know what I mean? Like, I'll unload the truck and shit for everybody when they get back. I'll do that any day of the week than fucking travel, stay in a shitty hotel, and get treated like ass for a whole weekend by like my boss and
ground up.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. So now I just go to shows and have fun. It's a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing.
It is. Honestly, this year was the first year that I could go to shows and actually be like, when I leave, I'm like, I had a good time and everything was nice. So, I got 2 more shows and then I'm done for this year, though. Like, we have a local one that's really good. That's next week. And then, against my better judgment, I'm gonna go to Legion's Con. I mean, it's only like an hour away from me, and it's another one that Gaines is always like, go to it, and I'm always like, excuse every time. So I'm gonna go this time because there's some people I want to meet there, and also
sure,
I think Ninja said he was going, and I got along with him really well when we fucking hung out, and I think there's a few heads that are flying in that I don't normally see either, and there's my boy Rocco will be there, so that'll be good. I can at least say goodbye and hang out with the poor guy a little bit more. I feel like such an ass. When I left, I was like, something doesn't feel right. I'm driving down the road to hit the highway. I'm like, fuck, I didn't say goodbye to like 50 people. I'm like, fuck. So.
Not much you can do about that.
Yeah, well, actually, the beauty is I have a big old platform where I can apologize to everybody.
That's true. That's true.
And kiss everybody's ass and be like, I suck. But I was being pulled in a million directions that day. Like, that's also something I'm not used to. Like, when I go to toy shows, like, people are like, hey, jerk. I'm just like, it's still like weird for me, it's a little weird. So, but like, when I have Gaines with me and stuff, it's easier, you know what I mean? But like when you're like waiting in line to take a piss and somebody's like, hey jerk, can I get a picture? I'm just like, oh, I got a piss. So, but Law and Order, baby. I like all of this. I can't help it. I like Law and Order. And it's basic and I think it's right. So
yeah, it's simple, it's It's exactly what he should be.
Yep.
I'm hoping the real order. I'm hoping he's got a little better paint apps or something on his head. Those are a little.
Yeah, they're a little weak, and the ears are a little funny. Like the face on the second head is a little funny. So hopefully that's fixed up a little bit in digital renders.
I hope they fine tune that a little bit. I do love that he comes with the goggles and the harness. That's a nice touch. That's pretty rad.
Yeah, I think the harness just might be reuse from Mutt and Junkyard, but it's still cool. And then the body, I guarantee, is just fucking. Why am I blanking? Snake Eyes.
You think it's a Timber?
Yeah, I think that's Timber's body. Like, it just seems like Timber's body. So, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think it's different.
Really?
I think it's a little, I think the fur's a little more subtle. It's like Timber's really, his fur's really thick and it's a lot of texture. This looks a little more smooth. So he's probably smaller, which is, I'm kind of impressed. They've got, what is that, the fourth dog or fourth canine they've done?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
I'll tell you, I like when they do the animals. The only thing that killed me was Raptor's fucking bird, just static. Like a static bird, like Polly.
They spent too much money on those wings, man. They just didn't have it in the budget.
I know. What the fuck? It's a deluxe. Like, when you just throw a static item in with a deluxe, like fucking Yabo balls here, like,
dumbass.
Don't even do it, man. Like, I didn't need this to make it a $45 set. Like, if this cost me $5, I would have just taken the set at $39.99. You know what I mean? Like, the static stuff, like, don't do it. I don't like it. Even Polly, I don't like Polly at all. Like, she ended up in a part spin. I was like, sorry. I was like, it's not my fault that Hasbro team made you like shit.
Yeah. I'm not one for animal companions, so I don't care about any of them really. And Mutt and Junkyard, Law and Order, those are as big of a part as the figure itself. So I'm not saying they shouldn't do them. They don't sell it for me. It doesn't matter what.
It's not the extra.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's like you could give a shit. Yeah,
right.
I can see it. I can see it. But like I said, I like this. This thing is just looking at him, he is a reuse burger complete. Like, they ain't giving up those knee pads, baby. Like,
those
on like every figure.
Those the Sergeant Slaughter, Big Ben, Outback, I guess, was the first one. They're getting their use out of those legs for sure. Which I have trouble complaining about. How many different military pants do they really have? Exactly. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Just kit him out to make up for it. And they did. That's a solid vest with a usable holster. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, I like the radio, all of it, and I like
good detail.
This one just totally screams it perfect. Like, everything is right on this. So, and I love when they give him the gabagoo hand. I love those hands. So anytime they give me those, like, I'm just waiting to do like a Godfather play motion with those. It's like, oh my God. Like, I've been going through the Sopranos, so like there's just gonna be all kinds of like just bad Italian stuff going on.
You got the knife hand, you got the pinch, you got stop motion, play motion for days.
Yeah. So I like it. As long as he remains in like the 35 range and doesn't get berserk, I'll be happy about it. So,
that Naga hide price range is a little ridiculous.
It's brutal. They shouldn't have done it. Like, the $44.99 is not comfortable. Like, the $39, it looks better. It feels better on a customer. Like, there shouldn't be that goofy in between. It should be like 39, 35 tops. Otherwise, you're including something that you shouldn't be including. But like, Road Pig makes sense because he's like a brand new beefy fucking
giant figure.
Yeah. So he makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I would pay more. I get it. It's all new tooling. It makes sense. He comes with enough shit. And dude, that fucking Texas chainsaw pig head mask thing that he comes with is crazy. It's crazy, dude. That's the one thing for me that's a saving grace, because I kind of didn't like the way he looked. I think he looks kind of cartoonish, but maybe it's just me and I need it in hand, you know.
Yeah.
But that's me. Like, I'll say it like this: he almost looks like he was sculpted by by somebody who makes the Fortnite toys. You know, like he's almost on the verge of being too cartoony sculpted. Like, so, but I still ordered them. I you know, like my buddy tried to send me one, but I was like, I'll wait until he's, you know.
I'll wait on that one.
Well, I only like the 3 that you saw me review are the ones that I really want. Those are the ones that I'm excited for. So, you know,
sure.
You know, I'll do those early and just wait when the other ones come out so I can actually enjoy toys when they're supposed to come out, you know? So, because did you see the fucking release dates on these toys?
Yeah, it's like a year.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on at Hasbro? Yeah, like what the fuck is going on? Like, your toy line is just hit this giant peak and now you're not dropping product. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So
yeah,
hopefully that is a giant mistake, and like in the next couple of weeks we'll see those dates moved up, because
I'm hoping they just went for the, you know, easy time frame. There's like, yeah, okay, you'll have them by, and then as they get production and stuff, because you know it's these aren't like, you know, Kickstarters where you're paying for the mold. This is already happening.
Yeah, shit. I've seen pictures online of these figures in boxes. Like, somebody took a picture of them in boxes. So
yeah,
they're made. They're just sitting, which is another crazy thing. And it's
weird.
It's not even like that. It's like the figures that I got early, dude. They exist. They're just sitting for some reason, you know?
Yeah, they're just not being sold to your main market yet.
Yeah, well,
very strange.
It really is. It's like, why wouldn't these be on the shelf now? We're coming close to Christmas. Like, Walmart just restocked everything up. Like, Gaines and fucking Tony were telling me last week, like, they're going into their Walmarts by them and they're fucking stacked, you know? So, like, I don't get what they're doing with these fucking release windows. It's fucking stupid, man.
Very, very weird.
It is. It definitely is. But Mikey, you are awesome. I appreciate you coming here tonight and hanging out.
I appreciate you having me on, man. I don't mind subbing in.
Yeah, and we'll get you in more often too, man. Like, cause you fucking saved the day for me, brother. I really appreciate it. And
happy I could help.
Yeah, and usually at the end we like to kiss a little ass, because we had so many people in here tonight. Like, really, I thought, you know, without the rest of the boys it might be a slow night, and it most certainly fucking was not.
Yeah, this chat chain has not stopped. I mean,
yes,
just scrolling.
Yeah, they're great, man. Like, everybody in here is just fucking great. And guys, I'm so sorry I was shitty with the chat tonight. I'm just trying to do the combos, and that's why, you know, we have mods, and that's why, you know, we have Legends series and Skelly, because I need to focus on talking, you know. I can't do both, unfortunately, after a fucking 14-hour day at work and like 6 hours of sleep. I just can't do it, you know? So, but I love and respect all you guys out there in the fucking chat. Like, you blow me away every week, and you're amazing. And as far as plugging for me, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing this week. I put out more videos in 1 week than I do usually in almost a month. So I am going to do one video. I'm not doing any more crazy 3 in 1 week and 2 live streams. I literally made like,
that was brutal. I can't believe you did that.
I do it every time.
Talk about commitment, man.
Yeah, every time I do it to myself. Anytime that my buddy gets some early, I'm like, I go up to Miss Jerk, I give her a big hug and kiss, and I'm like, I'll see you in a week. You know, so you know, I give it to her, man. She is unbelievably amazing with all this stuff. So you know, hail to you, Lady Jerk. You're the best. So that's it for me, Mikey. Let him know what you're doing. Let him know where you're at.
Okay. All right. Well, tomorrow night we've got the D&D live stream going on. I've just started to participate in that. I'm sure that'll be entertaining as I fumble my ass through that. Wednesday night, me, Scuba, and Chad are going live with another episode of the Three Stooges.
Hell yeah.
We'll be going over some toys and whatnot, you know, stuff. Everybody likes stuff. Outside of that, man, just plugging away on customs. You know, if you want to take a look at what I'm up to, you can look at JMK Custom Works on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you want to see a little how-to or something like that, I'm gonna try to get better at doing some more of those. Just regular job, and then doing customs. It's hard to squeeze in a couple hours of editing.
Yeah, it ain't easy, man.
Stuff.
It ain't easy. So
first world problems.
yeah. Well, once you hit your rhythm, you'll get it, buddy. You will. So it's just a matter of getting the software that's comfortable in a style, and then you got it. So
yep.
But thank you, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical! Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe!
Woodrow. I've been looking all over for you.
You've been looking in the wrong places. Because I know you wouldn't want to hurt my feelings.
I'll give you 20 seconds to produce some cash or I'll shoot you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sit the down, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Peekaboo.